I'm about to walk you through a strategy with Instagram hashtags to get you 30 to 40% more views on your content every single time you post. My name is Max Sinclair and I'm the founder of Snowball Creations. We specialize in social media and marketing more broadly. And so we know what we're doing with this stuff and we've seen it work for countless clients. So what is this and how does it work? So firstly, hashtags, all they are is an opportunity for someone to discover you on these hashtag discovery pages and other various opportunities through the app. So it's opportunities to be discovered. That's all it is. It's nothing too complicated. And so you just put hashtag, a particular word, and that's an opportunity to be discovered. And so one of the important things is knowing how much usage they each have. So if you click on a particular hashtag, you'll see a number of posts which it has. So to give you a very broad expectation, for most accounts, if you have like less than 10,000 followers, anything above 2 million realistically is like a large hashtag. Anything from like 2 million down to like 500,000 is kind of roughly a medium hashtag. And then 500,000 to say like 50,000 is like the smaller ones, or 20,000. These are very, very broad ranges because if you're a local business, they're generally a lot smaller. And if you're an international business, they could be a lot larger. But this is a kind of quick gauge for you. So why I'm mentioning that is ultimately you want to be focusing on getting 20 to 28 hashtags on every single post that you do. And so the way to make this easy for yourself is to save batches of these hashtags. So I like to save them in sets of 5. This is what we do with our clients. We do this for them, where we set many counts of sets of 5 on common topics that we're going to be discussing. So say, for example, you're a tour operator, you might have a set of 5 hashtags around travel, another about tourism, another about wildlife, if it was a wildlife tour operator, another 5 about nature. So then whenever you post about like a trip that's out in wild, like dealing with wildlife, and it's obviously a tour, it's a trip in travel that you're doing. So you would take one of the set of 5 hashtags for travel, one of the set for wildlife, another for nature, and then let's just say it was one around elephants, an elephant sanctuary that you're going to send off your customers to. So you might have another 5 set about elephants that's already prepared. So you'd copy in those 4 sets, so then you've got 20 altogether. And then you set around 5 to 8 much more specific, which you won't have saved because any post is particularly unique in certain ways. So it might be like a Namibian elephant sanctuary, for example. So you could put Namibia elephants or Namibia or something like that. And you're not posting about Namibia enough to have like a set that's saved just for Namibia, and that's fine. So you end up with around 24 to 28 roughly is the kind of gauge all together. But because you've saved these sets, you should only actually have to come up with like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8-ish at that moment, and the rest of them you're just copying and pasting in from saved sets. But you do want to make sure you vary them. Don't ever use the same set of hashtags over and over again one after the other, because Instagram starts to just completely disregard them and it has no impact at all for you. So once you've done all of this kind of prep work, when you're setting up these sets of 5 hashtags, there's a process called, or there's a concept called hashtag ladders. So this is basically, you create a ladder of sized hashtags. So within each set of 5, I generally would recommend that you would have 2 small hashtags, 2 medium, and 1 large. So as I mentioned earlier, if you were a small account, that could be 2 hashtags which have a usage of say 50,000 and 70,000 posts. When we have 2 medium, which might be 200,000 and 400,000 posts. And then we have 1 large, which might be say 2 million posts. And so the reason why this is so effective is because as we post this out into the world of Instagram, the really small ones, you jump straight to the top of this top 9 section of posts. So it's the most popular for that particular hashtag, and so then you gain this extra traction. So people discover you on those, they click on your little post, they hit you with a like, they maybe comment on your post, and then this gives you that little bit of extra attention. And so this then scales your post up and you get into those medium hashtags and you get a little bit more attention, and it scales even further all the way up to, you might actually then manage to get yourself onto the large hashtag. And this then gives you even more, and you get this kind of viral effect, and you get 30 to 40% more exposure on your post, which is based on real factual studies that we've done into a huge number of posts that we've done for ourselves and for our clients. So we see this consistently, 30 to 40% more hashtag, more engagement and views on your posts if you use hashtags over not. So it is 100% worthwhile. Like that's almost like, that's not far off 50% actually improvement on the results that you're seeing just for this process. So it's a bit of a groundwork to set up all of these different sets and set them into these hashtag ladders, but it's 100% worth it because once you've done it, it actually only takes about 5 to 10 seconds per post. So hopefully this was helpful. Give it a try. Feel free to get in touch if you're struggling with this, and we're always happy to help. I wish you luck.